Hi, welcome to another Cajun toy review. Today I'm very excited to be talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, one of my favorite franchises as a kid, and still to this day I just love it. It's quirky, it's got a little bit of action. I mean, it can fit every genre you want, especially with stuff like the cartoons. You can have the stuff for your kids, and you can have the stuff for like the Last Ronin for us adults. But my experience with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, it came out probably when I was like 5 or 6. And I remember I used to watch cartoons with my older brother. But it was always his shows he liked, like Super Friends and like G.I. Joe, Transformers. And when Ninja Turtles came out, it was the first show that was like kind of my show. I loved it. It was weird. It was quirky and stuff like that. And funny, but it had like action and everything and stuff. And it was just so awesome. I just ate it up. I had all the toys I could get my hands on. My very first toy was the old school Playmates Donatello, and then Michelangelo. The last one I remember getting was Raphael. But I just remember loving the old turtles and stuff like that. I loved how they were different shades of green. I had like several of the vehicles, but I collected them for years and years, and then eventually kind of grew out of it a bit. But would revisit it years when I got a little bit older. I got obsessed with the Mirage comics and all the original runs from Eastman and Lard, and I read all that stuff. And whenever these figures came out, I remember just being super excited about it because I always thought the red headbanded turtles, when I found out about them, were so awesome. So I had actually, full circle, had picked up Donatello in Texas when they came out. I was on vacation, and then within that year I basically hunted the rest of them down, including April. The only one I didn't get from this old line was the Mouser set from the Comic-Con. But I've never opened these figures, and they've been kind of sitting in my collection since. And now they're worth a little bit, but it's kind of like my little holy grail. I love these guys, and they're knockoffs and other ones and stuff like that. But these are my babies, and but it's not what we're talking about today. And we're not going to be talking about these just yet either. Today we're going to be talking about one of the 2-packs. We're actually going to be talking about. Dun, dun, dun. Not Leonardo, not Michelangelo, not April, not Ralph, but we will be talking about Leonardo and Donatello from the movie Turtles. So, welcome, and let's get into it. Alright, so this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie pack. This is made by NECA and Nickelodeon. Now, these single figures were done online, but through GameStop for sure. Now, these 2-packs were found. I know I found these at Walmart. I'm not sure if they're done at many other retailers. They might have been done on like Zazie or on NECA, the NECA store and stuff like that. But these are kind of recent re-releases. A lot of people were really looking forward to this, including myself. It came out the same time as like Splinter and Shredder and Ralph in Disguise with Casey Jones. I don't collect all the movie figures, so initially I wasn't going to get these, but I couldn't pass up the 2-packs. It was just too easy to get all 4 turtles and have those and be done with it. I collect the cartoon ones and the comic ones, but I am super excited to be talking about these. I've been really looking at an excuse to open these, so thank you for watching and subscribing and you pushed me to get here to this point, so thank you. But anyway, great packaging on this. We got the original movie logo, of course, with that classic picture from the original poster. We can see this is going to be our Leonardo and Donatello, which I consider the more serious of the 2 turtles. We can see they come with some pizza, the katanas, and the bow staff. Some extra bandana pieces we'll check out, and then Donatello has 2 bandanas, but one of them is floating loose over here. Not a big deal. On this side, we got that shot of Leo with the logo again with NECA, and then another picture of Leo right here. On this side, we got our boy Don with that beak right here with the arms crossed and stuff. He looks like that meme guy on the sidelines. I can't think of who that's from. And on the back, we got a shot of Leonardo and Donatello in action. Looking great. I mean, these I can't wait to open these. I'm excited. Just look at that texture on that face. But got a couple product shots of Leo with katanas, doing his little pose. Donatello with a bow staff and eating some pizza with a thumbs up. That is awesome. All 4 turtles right there, which we'll be getting to the other 2 next. Get that NECA logo. Looks like the old videotapes. I want to say FHE Could be wrong. And then with a little read up, it says, now you can catch America's favorite green teens in their first live-action blockbuster film. After wading in a puddle of radioactive waste, these radical reptiles are transformed into New York's greatest crime-fighting quartet. No one works, studies, or trains harder than Leonardo. He commands respect from his brothers, leading by example and not giving orders. Donatello's is a Turtles' resident techno genius. Make no mistake, he's a world class with a bow staff. These highly detailed action figures stand 6.5 inches tall and feature 30 points of articulation and include double elbows and double knees. A true showcase of the mastery of the martial arts. So ain't nothing else to say about that. I'm gonna target Walmart sticker right there. Here's a UPC if you need. It's not too dark, but I'll put it in the pictures. So nothing else to say about that. Let's break open these brothers. Okay, so here we have our Leonardo and Donatello out of the package. And hot damn, these are some good toys, man. These guys are amazing. They are solid pieces of plastic, but posable and soft in all the right places. They look like they came right out of the screen. They're awesome. I only have like one small little gripe with it we'll talk about and stuff like that, but overall, completely pleased, totally worth the money. But we'll talk about all that. We'll talk about each figure individually. But of course, first, let's look at their accessories. So here we have all of our accessories for our Leonardo Donatello 2-pack. And it looks like a lot, but a lot of it is stuff that we won't be using at the same time. Mostly variations with the bandanas and the hand swap. So really our true accessories is going to be the 2 pieces of pizza, the bow staff, and the 2 katanas. Now, the turtles have these 2 gripping hands, so I didn't pull the other one too off because there's no point in that. But they're basically exactly the same on both turtles. But these are really, really detailed. They both hold the weapons very easily. They are bendy. Flexy, I should say. So they do flex pretty well. So it's not hard at all to get those weapons in there. Doesn't take a whole lot. So yeah, they say they give really easy. But it is NECA. So just be wary of paint chipping and rubbing and stuff like that. But the detail on these hands are really good. So you can kind of see the fingernails on there are painted well. There's like a wash on the back side with those veins and stuff. That's really, really nice. And of course on the knuckles and stuff. But really, really awesome. But yeah, these are like identical on the turtles. And then we have these 2 hands. So these can be for doing high fives, secret finger handshakes, or you know, if you want to hold a pizza like a jackass. And then we have these gripping hands, these other gripping hands, and this is made for grabbing a slice of pizza. So we have that. And this one is a little bit bigger, so these aren't identical as the other ones are. So yeah, this one is for definitely for grabbing pizza, a slice of pizza. And this one is for grabbing 2 slices of pizza. So clarified that. The pizza looks really good. It's really detailed. It is looks like supreme pizza. We got some olives in there, some sausage, some peppers, and it is tomato sauce with wheat crust. And it look at the detail on the bottom of this is fantastic. Look at that. You can see like all that. But yeah, and yeah, they're identical. But I know if you get like the accessory box and stuff, you can it completes the pizza and stuff like that as well. And there's different slices. I want to say with the other 2 turtles. Let me double check on the side. Nope, same kind of pizza. So yeah, no crazy peanut butter or all the other crazy pizzas that we have in the cartoon and stuff. And then we have these bandana pieces. Now these are the same for both turtles, but just painted different. So we have these, which are kind of like the relaxed fit, kind of over the shoulder bandanas. So just kind of port that in there, and well, it's not going to be easy for me today, huh? Alrighty. So, oh, leave it in there. So anyway, I'm not going to push it. I'm going to have to heat it up. But that one kind of just fits over the shoulder like that. So you have your basic. And don't freak out, his hands are on the table. That one kind of fits like that. And then we have... Now the way the bandanas are done, it's so you can have it on, facing each side like naturally. So upside down would look really weird because you would see the bottom side of the bandana. So if they're both windswept to the left, it would look kind of strange. So that's why you have them like this. So you can have it on each side of their head. So if you look at the pose, I kind of had them at the start. So if you wanted it on this side, kind of blowing, you would use that one. If you want it on this side, kind of blowing, you would use that one. And if you look at the pose I had initially on the turntable, I had them kind of blowing in two different directions. So that's kind of the thing with that. Now this bow staff is awesome. The detail on it, the wood is a really cool kind of brown wash there. This looks really good with the like the tie on it, and I guess like it see where it gets thicker right here, but just really cool looking. A lot of line work on there, and not much else on it. But really good looking. The katanas, they're really nice. They're solid. They're not really flimsy or anything like that, so they won't really get warped or bent if you put them in, like if they have them like sheathed or whatever too long. But they look really good. They got this really nice texture on the wraps, and then the silver looks really solid, and it's got like a little bit of wash on it, but it looks used. Like these don't look pristine and bright and shiny, which I like. They are used a lot, and they're also in the sewer. Now there is a little bit of silver paint on this one at the bottom, and I'll point out Leonardo, so let's see if that just comes right off. It might not. We are talking NECA, so yeah, that's coming off. So not, you know, a little bit. But anyway, like I said, it's a big mess now. It does come with a lot, but like I said, most of the headband stuff are just for variations. So really, we're just kind of looking at 2 pizzas and the bow staff for that. So let's go ahead and start looking at our turtles. Alright, so here they have the leader of the turtles, Leonardo. And like, I'm gushing on these figures, but man, like this, I can't wait to be done with this review and just have all 4 of these guys sitting on the shelf. They look fantastic. I'm almost tempted to get the rest of the movie figures, but oh, we'll see. But if you're on the fence about this, or you already have these, or just a turtle fan, yeah, let's get into it. So first of all, just the figure as a whole, like, looks phenomenal. Like with the weapons, his katana sticking out, the headband and stuff like that, it looks exactly like the movie figure turtle. The detail on this guy, the paint on this figure and stuff like that is top notch. Like we had movie turtle figures when I was younger that came out, and they were just turtles with like STDs. They just had bumps all over them, like in like these really ugly spots. Like this looks like a factory movie, like, you know, a scan of the character from the movie. So each turtle had their very own unique personality and look on the movie. Of course, Donatello kind of has like that beak. Leonardo, kind of like, I guess, like normal, like most normal one. Michelangelo had those big eyes. I just remember Raphael having a big mouth. But like with these, their faces, their eyes, like it just captures that very unique from them Jim Henson's workshop. Puppets, costumes, suits, animatronics, and everything that we saw. So let's start with his head. So looking at his face and stuff like that, like the eyes on this guy, and I got a little mark on mine. We'll see if that comes off as well. I think it probably will. A little bit. I'm going to have to put a towel to it, but yeah, it's NECA. It's not terrible.
But yeah, and a little spot right there. But the eyes just look so good. You have the pupils in there, and like, yeah, the iris and stuff like that with the white and stuff, and just like the texture on the band. Kind of got that wash with that shadow, and of course the spots and everything and stuff like that. We don't see any teeth on Leonardo, which is my only gripe. Like I said, I had one gripe, is I wish they came with additional heads, with like a different facial expression, probably for like the final battle or something like that, like an angry turtle. That would have been pretty awesome. Or, I don't know, open mouth turtle for pizza. And I know, like, with the accessory pack, it comes with like an extra Donatello, I think, and maybe like Ralph or something for the whoever gets their head dumped in the tank during the fight. But yeah, great. I mean, the wash and everything on the bandana, the line work on stuff on there, like, is fantastic. The shell and each one of the turtles do have different different straps across them, so you can see clearly Donatello's there, Leonardo's is different. And that was one of the things about the original toys I used to love. The original toy, like the Leonardo and the Donatello, both had like the kind of over the shoulders. I had stretched the crap out of mine on my Leonardo so I could get it over the shoulder like the movie one was. But looks great. I like the weapon holster on the back. It's really awesome. It's got a lot of wear and stuff on it, and the ties and stuff, and just the color texture on here. So go from that dark leather to that brown to that light tan. The weapons slide in and out pretty easy. I don't know, like, I'll either leave them in there or leave them out. I might doing all the turtles doing like a cowabunga high five pose, but like I said, it is NECA, so I would worry about paint. But then again, it doesn't look shiny, so that wouldn't be too bad to touch that up either. But the shells are different. I did notice that when I was posing them. They do have different textures, so we can see right here that Leonardo has like the spiral going on, while Donatello has kind of like the squared off. So that's another really cool detail. And then like Leonardo's shell is very lined up, while Donatello has is very asymmetrical, kind of bumpy. So awesome details right there, guys. Just the arms and like this, the texture, like you've got that line work with the veins, all the muscles. That's just awesome. The different little spots and stuff on there on the bodies. The armband and the wristband are really cool because the wristband actually has a tie here, and then the armband is actually tied together right there, and you can actually see the different little rivets and stuff like that. Awesome. And you know, rotation on that. This is the same hand with the same fingernail, so we already seen that job paint on there. As for the straps, this leather has a really cool kind of, you can see it's kind of worn here. It's worn right there where it kind of connects to the rest of the belt, and then we have two rivets or buttons right here where the strap comes through and kind of goes through right here. Kind of see the other loop right there for the two loops. This is just pure art. And then we got some more straps that kind of connect right there. The sheaves themselves are actually glued to the shell, so I'm not going to pull on it too much. And then of course, very super muscular legs movie turtles had. We got the spots and everything with that great line work on there. Kind of wraps around. There's no bad or like poorly painted spots on this figure. You are definitely getting your money's worth when you buy these. There is like a reddish wash on these knee pads, which is a little harder to see, but that looks really good in the light. Let's see if I can get that right for you. And then here we have the ties on the side. Of course, here's our turtle feet, and you know, they basically you got peg holes on the bottom, but nicely detailed, and we got our painted toes. One thing I liked about the movie Turtles when they came out was that in the cartoon, all the turtles had different color bandanas, but they also had different color armbands and knee pads. Of course, with the belt buckle with the big letter for their name. And when the movie came out, I thought it was really cool that they all had like this kind of brown leather stuff, except for their bandanas, which were unique. And of course, the original turtles were all red, which is another awesome. So, articulation on Leonardo, You got full head rotation on him. So if you want to exorcist him, you can do that, but you can't really look up too far, but you can look down quite a bit, which is you might want to do in a sewer. You can kind of do a head rocker, so you want to cock your head at Raphael. What are you thinking? Do that as well. Got arm rotation. There is swivel at the elbow. There is a flex on the elbow, but those arm pads, it's not a whole lot. When I was posing with the katanas, I noticed that was limited on him, and can't really adjust that to kind of fight with it. So you're not going to get a full 90 degrees on his arms. So that's a little bit of a sucks. We got wrist rotation. There is flex on there, but not a whole lot. Ab crunch is non-existent with the shell, which is not a surprise. Get about that much leg. You're not going to get a split on him. There is no thigh rotation, so you got just your regular leg. Now you can get the turtles sitting. You want them to meditate about April on the farm or whatnot, you can do that, and that looks really good. Or sit down and munch on some pizza. Or you want them to go into action, you can do that as well. Single jointed knee, so also a little restricted a bit by the knee pad, and we have ankle flex, no toe flex. You can get him some good poses. I'll take a bunch of poses at the end, and even more when I have all 4 turtles and stuff like that. But overall, extremely pleased with this Leonardo. So let's move on to Donatello. Alright, and here we have Donatello. And this, looking at this, I can hear Corey Feldman's voice in my head. That's just, this Donatello, like for me, Donatello was very serious, more serious in the cartoon. He wasn't like Michelangelo and Raphael were more slapstick. Like Michelangelo was the comedy, Raphael was the slapstick, sarcastic. Donatello was pretty much serious. Every once in a while, you know, he had a joke or two. But this Donatello in this movie was hilarious. Like, he was really funny, and Corey Feldman really brought that to life. But like looking at this figure, I can hear knack knack and all that stuff in my head. So kudos for the sculptors and stuff on that. They did a fantastic job. And what I said about his face, Donatello kind of has like a beak face on out of the turtles. So pulling him out like there, I'm gonna put Leo right next to him, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about. He's got that kind of little hook on his on the beginning of his nose, or so. Looking at the figure, we already looked at the bow, so we're gonna just take that out. And looking at him, he, like, the sculpt on these guys are phenomenal. He has this kind of little crest on his head that Leo didn't have. Unique, kind of see, and you know that's because he got the big brain. It's on there, in there, all that pressure pushing against his face. But the eyes on him as well, like it's fantastic. Like, I'm gushing on these figures. I say that more than once, but these are some of the best figures I've held in my hands in quite a while. Yeah, for the price these are. Like, if you catch them at retail price, stuff like that, it's a steal. These are great. NECA is the king at likeness and stuff like that. And this shows in here. So looking at, I said, we've got kind of the same thing with the detail. I mean, it's kind of redundant to go over everything, but you know, the mask and stuff looks fantastic. I love, you know, again, spots and everything, stuff like that. I like his face, like I said, with that little smile. It's almost like a little sarcastic. I wish they had the hat. I know that's in the pack with the accessories. His belt is different from Leonardo's, like we were talking about. It's got a different little stud right here, and then it's got multiple loops right there, which goes right here into the strap. We can see where that holds. The shell is a little bit more dark and defined on the side than Leo's, which is cool because, like I said, the shells are different looking. It's got a little stitching right here on the belt. It's nice. And then this is really great. So we got these ties right here, and his, instead of being like a plastic piece or something like the holsters are for Leonardo, it actually has like these cloth ties, so the bow very easily just slides in there like that, and it hangs in there. It looks like it would be kind of loose and slide out the way I did, but these are tied, so you can actually untie these if you want it and tie them tighter if you like. I'm probably gonna have the turtles either doing, like I said, doing a high five or holding their weapons. So yeah, that's a little bit too loose for that, so let me see. So yeah, if you wanted to hold it firmly, you're gonna have to tie it tighter. But yeah, I guess got the loop right here, so let's see. There we go. This side is pulled to one, so this one I'm gonna have to retie myself. But if you would just take the other one, if the other ones were both the same, all you would do is just slide that in there and just grab and tighten. So I just got to fix this one myself. Same thing, I mean, with the paint and stuff like that. There's no really sculpts. The legs and stuff I think are identical on both the turtles, just painted different, but looks like the exact same sculpt for the legs. We've got that same vein running down and everything like that. Height wise, about 6.5, but yeah, so Donatello's right about 6.5. Leonardo, oh, it looks a little shorter. No, so they're both right at 6.5. So what else I really say about these guys? Like I said, I can't wait to open the other one too. These are fantastic figures and stuff like that. These will definitely be on my shelf. These will be either on my desk, right next to the TARDIS, or something like that. Probably going to be doing a. If you've seen the movie, at the end we're doing all the high five, Cowabunga, or Splinter Makes It Funny. That's pretty much what's going to be happening with my turtles. So I'm going to do some cool poses with these guys, take some pictures of that. But tell me what you think. Who is your favorite Ninja Turtle? What's your favorite incarnation of the Turtles? Whether it's the TV series, the cartoon series, whichever cartoon series, there's been multiple. Which version is your favorite incarnation, even if it's comics and stuff like that? So what's your favorite way to ingest the Turtles? Who's your favorite turtle? And what's your favorite turtle action figure? I'd like to hear that from you guys. Check out for the next video. I'm going to have the other two turtles, and then we're going to do a little quick video and some pictures of all four of them together. And man, this might make me buy the other ones, like the other movie figures, because they're that good. So I give these, it's hard to give something a 10, but so I'm going to give them a 9. I mean, more accessories, where I know like they had to put a pack out and stuff like that, but for the price that we're getting, great stuff. Thanks guys. If you like this video, please leave a like. Check out the Facebook for a gallery of pictures from this review. Sorry, I kind of like gushed a little bit and just rambled a little bit. If you haven't subscribed already, consider subscribing. And if you have someone you know might like this video, go ahead and give it a share. But join us in the next video. Take care of yourself. See you in the next video.